this take us? Like 20 minutes of screwing around. So, alright, thank you. Yo! Who said yo? I just saw yo. Oh no, that's a yup. Okay. You hear me? Excellent. Okay, so, as I was trying to say before we got so rudely destroyed by all of this going on, I'm Chef Tom. Thank you everyone who's coming in late and dealing with our technical issues coming up here. The wonderful woman here next to me who was off camera needs to move a little bit this way. There we go. This is Jessica. She's my friend. She's a baker. She's much better at this than I am. She's here to help. Not that I couldn't make cookies by myself. I'm sure I could figure it out. But
it'll be more fun to
it's always more fun with more people here. You guys, I've noticed that just between Thursdays and Sundays when I do them by myself and when I have people here. You know, it's always more fun when I have people here. So, and you can see Elliot is floating around somewhere. You might not see him in the background right now. He's trying to get on top of the fridge. So we are going to start with, what do you want? You said you wanted to start with the peanut butter cookies? We're going to start with our peanut butter cookies. We're going to jump right into this. So we've got peanut butter. Let's see, what do we need? Blue is okay. We need sugar, peanut butter, egg, flour, baking soda, baking powder. They're in there. I remembered those. Salt. So we will be pulling out the Legos. We'll get to use the Legos. Oven at 375, so I should probably turn that on. 375, there we go. Oven's at 375. So do we want to make a single batch? Is that all we're going to make?
I don't know how much.
We can make
how many
tons
cookies do you want? How many cookies do you want to eat?
Well, I don't want to eat that many. I'm fat. But I want a lot of cookies.
No one ever said that.
I think anyone who's ever been on a diet has been like, oh, I want to eat them, but I'm fat.
But it's the holidays.
Okay.
It doesn't count.
Let's do a double batch then.
Okay.
Let's do double batch. So we need 2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar.
For those of you who don't know, I have a whiteboard that's just off scene here.
Oh, we wrote everything.
That's where we wrote everything down, and that's usually where I have notes and stuff. So
see, I picked the right spot.
you picked the right spot. That's half of what it's there for. Although usually it's steak tips, and I don't have a recipe for it. It just says steak tips.
Oh well, we have a recipe today, so.
But we have recipes because it's baking. It's not recipes. It's formulas.
It's formulas.
So it's a
we're
little
using
different.
cups, so.
Like we're actually measuring things because if you put too much sugar in or not enough sugar in, it doesn't come out right. So we got to measure it. You guys know I don't like to measure things, so this makes it interesting for me. So why has it got to be a whiteboard?
Because chalk is messy.
Yeah, because I don't want to have chalk.
And I can use colorful markers.
It's just Severn. He's just messing with me. He's one of my good friends. This stream brought to you by Quaker Oats. Can you see the Quaker Oats jar? Yeah, you probably can. You can see the top of it because it's tall. Yes, Quaker Oats, longtime sponsor. Pulp John Fiction, thank you for the host. Thank you. I'm sorry that you're seeing such an odd layout tonight. I had OBS crash and I real quick threw together a new scene in OBS multi-platform. So I will probably convert everything over to OBS multi-platform since it seems to be working a lot better on my computer right now with 3 cameras. So be looking for that in the next week when I finally get all that fixed. But thank you for the host. I noticed you were here last week too. Let's see. Anything else going on? Okay. So we've got sugar.
We got sugar.
We're going to do peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
That's going to get a little messy.
It is. So do we want to do the flour in the 1 cup first?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do flour. I can help. I'm helpful sometimes. I need 1 1/4. Oh, I need 1.
You need
I need 2 1/2.
So I'll trade you the quarter for the half.
Oh, my dream is hosting. Thank you. Okay, I'll trade you the quarter for the half. I probably should have gotten flatter ones of these, but
That doesn't sound fun. And these ones are orange.
no, I meant the holding containers.
Oh.
That's gonna make a mess. I make a mess every week on stream. Don't worry.
That's okay.
So that's
you wore a white
1.
coat with flour.
Yeah. I wore an orange coat with flour last week. It was pretty funny. I got done. I'm like, man, this coat faded already. Hit it. Oh no, that's flour.
Yep,
Never mind.
handprints everywhere. Do you have teaspoons?
Before you leave, I need a recipe for like a quick bread for like bread bowls.
We can do that.
Should I put that in the other bowl?
No, because we want to cream the sugar with the butter and the peanut butter.
I got one of those.
Ooh.
I got one of those in the creaming paddles inside
my
it.
day.
Okay.
All right, but we need.
KitchenAid gets used 2 weeks in a row. I'm excited. I had to fix it last week because you know how like the Pro Series ones, like the bolts get loose to the top and it makes that
noise.
So I dismantled it and rebuilt it last week.
I know where to bring mine.
It wasn't as hard as I expected. be honest. I thought I was going to have to send it out for service. It was just like, it was like, oh, you take this off, you take the engine out, you take the transmission out, and it's just 3 bolts. You just go boop, 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 tighten them up, put it back together. It took me probably about 20 minutes. So I was like all nervous and scared, and it 20 minutes to fix it. That's Nightbot yelling at me. Okay. See, if you want my attention, make sure you put my name in chat because it highlights it in red and chatty, and that'll draw my eye to. Okay, I need to answer that one. Except for stupid Nightbot. Stupid Nightbot. Oh, I probably should have had measuring spoons somewhere. I don't know where those went.
Oh, I can't help you with that. So we're gonna wing it, and the cookies may or may not explode.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so baking soda. I don't know where I didn't even think about measuring spoons. I was just like, I have measuring cups for other things. I was like, I should have measuring spoons. Oops. Whatever. So I need 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. This is soda, yes.
So 1.5.
So 1.5. Well, that's a teaspoon. So I need like one of those. How about let's call it 1 heaping.
Okay, 1 heaping.
I don't like my cookies to spread that much anyway.
That's fair.
And 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, well that's just a whole spoon this way. Oh, answer your questions. Okay. Wait, improv cookies. Yes, yes. This is the total opposite. I had a roommate when I was in college who didn't go to Johnson & Wales with me. In fact, he didn't go to college at all. He just worked for Hasbro. And he took all the time to like come up with the perfect cookie recipe that was like his absolute happiest. And I was like, why would you ever do that? Then I get into R&D, and that's what I do for a living. So I understand him now. Baking soda, baking powder. I'm just making a mess. Wait, answer your question. What did you ask?
Oh, I've broken it.
You've broken me. No. I like cookies too much to screw them up. It has nothing to do with being broken. I like cookies. I don't like screwed up cookies.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Gotta measure cookies. Okay. So you're doing peanut butter. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Well, that's like...
Salt.
Salt. We're making a double batch, so that's like 1/2 teaspoon of
Yeah,
salt.
can I have a spoon? Spoons for giants.
Alright. So the Legos did come out today. Only for like a second.
It was completely planned. It'll come out again.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make salted caramel cookies. Oh, that sounds so good. That wasn't on our plan for the night.
Chips.
I didn't get caramel chips. If I had thought
we
about
could
it.
have wrapped caramel squares with chocolate chip cookie dough batter. Sprinkled some salt on top.
Oh man, now you're just
Just
breaking my heart now. It's like.
You'll just have to invite me back.
So we've got peanut butter and oatmeal, and then we'll probably wing together some chocolate chip cookies because I got chocolate chunks.
Chocolate chips and green.
Chocolate chips and green. Okay, and then oatmeal's on the container.
Yes.
So we're good. So okay.
Because Quaker, has that down.
Yeah, Quaker's got that down. I'm not fucking with that recipe. I can do Nestle Toll House. I mean, I got the Nestle Toll House recipe right here.
Exactly what I wrote on the.
Okay. So in case you want to follow along at home, we're gonna make the Nestle Toll House recipe and the Quaker Oats recipe for the oatmeal cookies because they got it perfect. Why screw with it? You love peanut butter? I love peanut butter too, Dolly. I love peanut butter. Also love beer. I also learned that you don't put peanut butter in beer.
Ooh. But there's a really good peanut butter stout.
There is.
There is.
Wait,
But it's like eating, not drinking.
Yeah. Many years ago, when Garrett Oliver, the guy who's the founder of Brooklyn Brewery, came to Johnson & Wales, and he was giving a presentation, and we got.
You were Brew Club.
Yeah, I was
That
Brew
makes more
Club.
sense now.
I was Brew Club. That makes. He was there, and he was supposed to be there talking about entrepreneurship because he opened a brewery and he was doing all this stuff. And he came up, and the Brew Club got seats in the front row because we got there early. We wanted to meet the guy. Everyone else was just kind of there because, like, yeah, this guy opened a brewery. It's cool. He gets to the end, and people are asking questions. He's doing a Q&A, and people are asking questions. And the kid who was the president of the Brew Club at the time, because I was still a freshman, he goes up and he goes, "So, what's the perfect beer to have with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?"
Ooh.
Good question. Garrett Oliver thinks about it for a second. He goes, "You know what? A room temperature stout." And he goes on to explain that a stout is just enough bitterness that the peanut butter is not going to affect it, but it brings out the sweetness of the jelly. And then being at room temperature is not going to seize up the peanut butter in your mouth. And I was just like, this man's a fucking genius. Like, I just stood there dumbfounded going,
We have extra peanut butter.
I don't have any stout. So
Plants
anyway,
oiled.
we got the KitchenAid going there. Peanut butter. I don't even know what you said there, Seven. So, in the KitchenAid, we've got the creaming paddle in there, scraping together the butter and the sugar, and we're gonna add the peanut butter. And that's mostly because, again, I'm lazy. I don't want to sit there with a wooden spoon and do all that.
I'm not doing it.
And see, she's not gonna do it. I'm gonna have to do it. What temperature should the room be? 68 degrees. What temperature would you put a room at?
And preferably sunny.
Well, sunny and 72 outside, and then 68 to come inside, so it's a little cooler. You can get out of the sun. And it's also good in the winter because it can be like 20 out. You come in and 68 feels like a freaking sauna.
That's fair.
68 is like the perfect room temperature. So Jess is adding the sugar to the butter, which has been softened and stirred around a bit, creamed, as you were, if I remember my pastry classes right.
Cream to air it.
To air it up. About 17 to 22 degrees. Oh, Dolly, you in Celsius? You're gonna make me do math? No, thank you. Let's see. And then you'll add the peanut butter to that?
Yes.
Okay. So then she'll add the peanut butter to that, and it will make this nice, almost fudgy-like texture.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna turn that into cookies. I'm excited for cookies.
Me too. I'm excited for cookie dough.
What did I put in? I have the coolest toy. Anyways. It's my ravioli press.
Ooh.
I got all excited about this last week. I was like, we need to make stamp cookies. I got one stamp.
That's fair. You only need one.
My ravioli press. I will bust out a ravioli press for anything. Of course, you're in Celsius. Where? I'm not even gonna ask.
You know, my oven at work is stuck in Celsius.
Is it?
Yes.
So you have to do the math back and forth.
I created a chart. Why think every time?
It's 9/5 minus 32. Yeah.
You know, not difficult, but you know.
Well, it's tough
If you
because.
mess it up, that's the end of that.
Well, what's funny is like the technicians who I work with in my lab, they're all from the Dominican, so they all think in Celsius anyway. So like we go back and forth between Celsius and Fahrenheit just based on who's taking the temperature half the time.
That's fair.
But we do everything in pounds. I'm like, okay.
We do a lot of things by the each.
You can wear shorts in current Canadian weather. In all fairness, Severin was wearing shorts yesterday.
I know some people wore shorts today. It was a choice.
I mean, I didn't because I was out riding my motorcycle. It was a little too cold for shorts on the bike. But the fact I had to ride my motorcycle in December made me happy. The winter is drunk. Yeah. Yeah.
Eggs.
Eggs.
2 eggs.
2 eggs? I can do eggs. 2 eggs. They're different. What are we gonna do? We can't mix.
Don't say that. That's terrible.
Egg.
No.
2 eggs.
Everything I got from Spanish.
That's all the Spanish you got? I'm trying to learn Portuguese for work.
That's fair.
There's a lot of people who speak Portuguese there.
It's on my list of things to do.
Learn Spanish?
Yeah. Eventually.
I got another pack for yourself. The KitchenAid's one of those noises that drives Elliot away. He doesn't like it.
That's fair. I'm
Like the
sure
vacuum?
if I had cat ears, I'd be like,
Yeah, it's like the vacuum. He doesn't like the KitchenAid. Minus 45 Celsius. What the? How cold is that, Dolly? That's like. It's like I wouldn't go outside in that.
I'm not living there.
That's your beer. I don't want to drink your beer. I want to drink my beer.
I drank my beer.
Pretty sure I drank Severin's beer when he was here. Like he would just put it down, and I was like,
I mean,
I don't even know why I have a knife and cutting board out. We're probably not gonna need it, but
No, probably not.
that's the way I think. Knife and cutting board for everything.
That's fair. I mean, if we're doing like rolled, like sliced cookies.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Maybe some gingerbread.
Okay. You want this?
Yeah.
All right. So you get that. I'm just gonna wipe this off real quick so it's more or less clean for the next batch.
This is so much easier since we have a mixer.
I only have one bowl though, so.
That's okay. We can put it in a different bowl. We're resilient. Resourceful.
All right. Cleaning these out. Cleaning them out. Who's got questions on cookies while we're doing this? You guys know I love to answer questions. Cleaning this out. This one's got flour in it. Can you see that? Can you see the flour? That was probably a bad idea. Whatever. This is about having fun. Now I'm covered in flour. This is why chefs don't wear black coats.
But it does look very sharp. Very sharp.
I like the coat when it's clean. Alright, quick poll question. Black coat, orange coat from last week. Which one's better?
Orange.
Tribal, can you eat the cookies? Tribal, I will put some cookies aside. Give me your address. I will send you some cookies because you have been a great follower and a great contributor for all this time. Who's screaming? Wacy's! Wacy's! Oh, you got caught by the bot for screaming. I'm sorry. Black coat. Alright, I like the orange coat, but I'm kind of obsessed with orange. As you can see, I have orange measuring cups and an orange coat. And
It's my favorite color.
orange pots and green bowls, though, because they don't have... They had orange ones, but the one they had wasn't a complete set, and I wanted 2 sets.
And not everything has to be orange. It makes the orange pop when you have other colors.
Orange can opener.
Yeah.
Alright. Black coat. Yeah, okay. Cooking stream. Yes, Macy's, you finally made it for a cooking stream. Orange is the color of Holland. Yes, there you go. It's also the color of the Protestants in Ireland. So like when people wear green on St. Patrick's Day here, I wear orange, and they're like, "Oh, you're." I'm like, "But I'm not Catholic. Green is the Catholics."
That's fair.
Orange is the new black. Yes.
Indecisive. Or just colorful.
I also have cooking spray if you want it. I don't know if that makes a difference.
No.
Okay.
Parchment paper.
Parchment.
Parchment.
I should have stolen some from work. But...
Oh yeah, because this is gonna be all round.
Well, I mean that would be too, but
Oh.
because we just buy like the giant rolls of it. I don't understand. You probably want scissors. Or is that
Yeah.
cutter on that?
There's better.
Okay.
You know,
Ooh,
everything-
since the overhead cam's already going, you can see what's going on over there. I don't have to explain it.
Ooh.
How come my KitchenAid is not orange? I didn't buy my KitchenAid. That was a gift, and I don't remember if at the time, because I've had that almost 10 years now, I don't remember if at the time orange was even an option for a color. So they went with as close to TARDIS blue as they could get. My parents bought it for me years ago when I graduated college.
Years.
Wait, who's here? Your mom and you want cookies? Okay, Sarah. I'll save some cookies for you. Eating poutine, something to American stuff. Dolly, don't tease me. I love poutine. There's a restaurant down in Cranston, which is like over by where I went to school, that makes a pretty mean poutine. The What Cheer.
Oh, okay.
What Cheer makes a really awesome poutine. They actually use
I haven't
cheese
had
curd.
it, but
What's that?
I haven't had it.
But they actually use cheese curd, and they use some really good gravy. And
Are the French fries good?
the French fries are they're like string, like really crispy, crunchy French fries. I mean, normally I like my poutine with a little bit bigger fries, but they still manage to
But
make
it
it
makes
good.
up for it.
We have a good gravy, and they have actually used cheese curd instead of just like so many places around here. They just like, we made poutine. They just put some shredded cheese on top, and I'm just like, that's not poutine. Poutine has cheese curd. All right, so you just gotta like eyeballing some.
Oh yeah, did you want to scoop it?
No.
I don't want to break you again.
No. I don't have a scoop anyway.
Oh, okay.
I was just curious about how big you were going.
I was going with like it fits in my palm.
Okay.
Ah.
There you go. All right, so you see that it fits in the palm.
I don't have
Every place that sells fries has poutine. Dali, I'm coming to visit you.
Where are we going?
Canada, somewhere. I don't know where in Canada he lives, but he's in Canada somewhere. Canada is the only country I've been to besides America. Well, I'm saying besides America, besides the United States. Yeah, they don't stamp your passport, so I still have no stamps on my passport. I was like, well, what stamps in my passport? So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to like go to Iceland or something this summer.
That sounds like a good time.
So my friend Patrick and I talked about going to Iceland just for a couple of days, just to be able to say, yeah, we went to Iceland.
Yeah, we've been somewhere.
Now we've been somewhere. Well, that was before his company started sending him to like Germany and places for work.
Been places.
So now he's been places, and he's like, yeah, I got stamps on my passport now. I'm like, I hate you.
I have to say I have a lot of stamps. That's okay.
What about Canada? I said, Panda. I said I want to go to Canada. I just said they don't stamp your passport if you're an American, if you're a United States citizen. They don't bother to stamp your passport. All right. No, why?
Oh no.
That one can go down. That one's not broadcasting. That's just got chat in it. So I'm gonna walk over here because apparently Windows decided they wanted to update like in the middle of this. Canada, eh? Yes. Windows is installing updates. Yes, thank you, laptop. Not like I was using you. Alright, so these are like decent size. These are like, when you flatten them, they're like, what, silver dollar sized? But thicker?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
And then we get to press them with a fork.
Oh yeah,
And
fork.
sprinkle sugar on top because we need more sugar.
Yeah, well, I don't have nearly enough sugar in my diet.
I know.
There's a fork, and then here's the sugar. Yeah, we went through like half the sugar I have in this. That's why I mean, I have more, a lot more. But I don't usually use a whole lot of sugar, so.
Oh. Well, we're going to. So.
Yeah. That's why I went and bought another bag of sugar.
Haha.
2 bags. Well, I bought 1 bag for pasta, and then I bought some more for today, just because it was like, I really hope this is sugar. Yeah, sugar.
Oh, okay. Don't do that to me.
One time I actually did use salt instead of sugar by accident. It made for a very interesting pudding.
We have I call him my mouse.
Yep.
Someone at work that likes to, eat my snacks that I make.
Yep.
So I made pie crust pinwheels with salt instead of sugar and left them in the cooler for him.
That's awesome.
Yes. Well, it wouldn't bother me if he just ate my snacks, but it's like there'll be like a square pan of brownies and a handprint in the middle. And you're like,
Oh,
what?
jeez.
Who does this?
What? That's just scary. It just doesn't care.
You're just like, rude.
Yeah, I did it by accident once and then on purpose once. Like the one time I did it by accident, we were making brownies for like a competition, like a bake-off competition. And we grabbed a bag of salt instead of the bag of sugar and didn't think about it. And no one bothered to test them before we put them in for to compete. So it was like,
Did you say they were sea salt friends?
This was before the big sea salt craze. So
Oh, okay. So you couldn't even get away with
we
it.
couldn't even get away with something like that. Was there a reason other than tradition to fork your peanut butter cookies?
It was fun.
It's fun. Yeah, there we go.
And we don't have Hershey Kisses.
No, but I do have chunk.
Ooh.
I got chunks and chips. I didn't know which we wanted to go with.
That's fair.
But no. Apparently, it's just tradition.
We could
Looks cool.
fork these.
Yeah, we could make a batch without forking. I mean, if you get them at the store, I mean, sometimes they're flat and they're not
Yeah.
forked. So, I mean, we can make a batch. We'll make one pan one way, one pan the other, and you can see how they come out different when we're done. How's that sound? Still waiting for my laptop to reboot because it does not have a solid state drive. Come on, laptop. It's probably gonna be like, Windows is still upgrading. Fuck you. Isn't it supposed to give me a warning before it reboots my computer like that?
Yeah, but I think if you ignore the reboot, it just takes it into its own hands.
Yeah. I mean, I did ignore it for like a week, so. Crunk and chips. All right. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Guild Wars. We'll be doing that later. You wipe all the drives, SSDs, and reinstall everything. Dolly, I might have to do that on my desktop. I might have to reinstall everything because it's being weird. Logging back into my laptop.
Welcome back.
You see my picture? I'm Fry.
That's great.
My login profile picture on my Windows accounts is all it's all Fry doing the not sure if look. Really? You're still up great? Okay. Just
Let it do its thing.
let it do its thing. Should I still sugar the tops of these though?
I mean, I would hate for us to be overly traditional. But yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's swap these so I'm not reaching from one to get to the other. Plus this way you can see what I'm doing here.
Oh, didn't even think of that.
It's okay. Let's put some sugar on top.
We definitely have some peanut butter cookies.
Alright. So that was a double batch. How much extra did we end up with? Not
Probably
enough.
another tray.
Another tray worth? So that was a double batch of our recipe, and that probably is enough to do 3 trays. This should be hot. It doesn't need that.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's fine. Cookies are easy.
What do we need? Like 9 minutes?
Yes.
Timer. There we go. So 9 minutes on the clock. We can transfer that to another bowl for the moment.
Okay.
And we'll make a batch of everything and then go back and start making other stuff. Or remaking.
Yes.
So let's see, I got a souffle dish. That looks like no wait. Here's the Pyrex bowl. We'll put that.
Ah, Pyrex to the rescue.
So we'll transfer this to the Pyrex bowl. And we'll clean this out real quick.
I know. Who knows how many chocolate chips we'll be left with? They might become peanut butter chocolate chips.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, to be honest.
I'm okay with that.
The chunks are semi-sweet, which probably wouldn't go so well in this.
But I think
the
I saw
chips are
some milk chocolate.
The chips are milk chocolate. So I was thinking we do a little of both when we make the chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh. I support these decisions.
As much out of this as I can. Because, you know, I'm not entertaining enough. I'm just cleaning this out. I don't get to just leave dirty dishes around for after stream today. I gotta actually clean these while we're doing this stuff. Alright, so I'll clean this. Take my Fitbit off so I'm sure it's not waterproof. Get chat back up over here.
Alright, we have...
So you're gonna start on the chocolate chip there, right?
Yes, chocolate chip.
You gotta tell people what you do.
Oh, flour. 2 1/4 cups. But we put the peanut butter in the full cup, so we get to use the half cup.
That was the first thing I cleaned at least.
Oh, yeah, but now it's wet and it'll get all gummy.
Can you do math? Is that
3, 4. Sometimes I can do math. Sometimes I can't do math.
Okay.
Depends what day it is, what time it is, what beer it is.
After 7 on Sunday and we're drinking, can you still do math?
For chocolate chip, yes. Maybe oatmeal, no.
Okay. I got some chocolate covered, oh, I guess they're yogurt covered raisins.
Ooh.
That was unintentional. I meant to get regular ones. I didn't realize till after I got home that they were dark chocolate flavored yogurt covered.
I mean, there's worse things.
So I was like, I'll get raisins for the oatmeal cookies. Whoops.
What did I make the other day? Oatmeal butterscotch cookies. Those were good. Teaspoon of baking soda. Teaspoon. A tablespoon. A teaspoon of salt. Ooh, Legos.
Legos, white one.
I have to get Legos.
See, everyone likes to play with Legos. That's why I have them. Log in. Okay, back in chat. Laptop's back in chat.
Woo.
Take me a second to put Twitch alert back up on there so I can see.
The Legos back together.
They don't stick together too great, so they don't stick together too much. Don't worry about it.
2 sticks of butter.
Put back in the mixer, and we will be all set for that.
Sugar. 1.5 cups of sugar. So 3 half cups.
All right. Go by a Cookie Monster outfit. I don't know.
Ooh. If you had your blue coat.
If I had my blue coat, I would have looked like Cookie Monster. That didn't come in today. Or it was supposed to come in yesterday. It's going to be delayed till Tuesday.
Alright. Chocolate
All right.
chips. Alright, you said a little bit of each, chunks and chips.
Yep.
Alright, so 1 3/4 cups.
Well, you'll get to hear it.
Alright. We got sugar, butter, salt, flour, eggs.
They spread a lot. That's okay.
They're gonna be delicious.
All right. Here's over here. Gotcha, man. I saw you hopped in early, and then you didn't chat for a while. I don't know what was going on, but music will have to be super, super low. Okay. I can make music super, super low. There we go. I'm trying to fix things on the fly. I'm sorry. Okay, so you've done your dries. So this is what? Flour, baking soda, salt. That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sugar.
Sugar. Okay. Butter is
Next to you.
next to me. Okay. You need vanilla?
Yes.
Vanilla is. Should be right in here. There it is.
Vanilla.
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 Hopefully it's enough.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's enough vanilla. Hey, gotcha. All right. All right, cookies. We got peanut butter in the oven. We're making chocolate chip right now with some chocolate chips, some chocolate chunks. You can see on the bottom there, the big chunks. This should be good.
And it's the Toll House recipe.
And we're following the Nestle Toll House recipe because
They got it right.
they got it right. I mean, you can't really fight with that. She's organized while Tom's a monkey. Yes, I have a monkey in the kitchen. Hey, I usually have all my stuff like right up in front of me here, and I can just grab it. You mocking me?
I am.
Okay. I just don't know anything about baking.
You don't plan to do it.
I don't
We're following
plan.
the Toll House cookie recipe.
I don't plan. I just do stuff. And I drink beer. All right. You gotta cream that for a minute. Let's see. So you're just pulling it off, though, because no one else can really see it. Here.
I'm just pulling it off.
Just pull it off because it's not that soft yet.
And it's small amount.
Yeah, and it's only a little bit.
It's a big bowl. Whew. I'm impatient.
now you're thinking like me. I'm impatient. Let's just do this. Got to finish your semester yesterday. Good job, man. Stay in school. Don't be like me. Except I did stay in school. Still don't be like me. Well, that's the cookies in the oven. Eat those. Let's grab these guys. Let's grab the. And that's with the fork marks. They spread out a little more than we had. And that's without. So.
Ooh, I kind of like the without.
I kind of like the without too.
Good call.
So with those cool. I don't have a cooling rack, but that doesn't mean anything.
That's fair.
They're on parchment. Just don't know where to move it to.
Cutting board?
Yeah. All right.
Sugar.
I got a spatula. Here we go. All right.
I just got a little toasty too.
Nice and soft though.
I secretly really like the little crunchy bits around the edge.
Yep. All right. That's one. Well, we got those. I'm gonna throw the parchment over the top. I don't care if I squish them a little bit right now. Keep you guys entertained. You can just watch me scoop some cookies here.
Cookies, cookies, cookies.
Do this. And overboard. These are really soft. I like it. I mean, they'll firm up as they cool, but they're actually quite soft.
Wow, those are really yellow eggs.
They really yellow.
They're really yellow.
These over here just cool a little bit. And the one that escaped.
Oh no! That's what stop it. Ooh, cookies.
Time. That's pretty tasty. I'm happy. Who made sugar cookies? Oh, Wonks. Miss Wonks is making sugar cookies too. She broke her mixer. She doesn't have a kitchen aid. She's like, I exploded my mixer.
Oh no!
Well, don't make a quad batch of cookies at once.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Did you hear me, Wonks? I said, don't make a quad batch of cookies. You won't explode your mixer. Oh, I see how it is, gotcha. You want Wonks cookies, but you don't want Mike and Jessica's cookies. I see how it is.
Mildly offended.
I see how it is. The guy who's baking cookies. The two people who are making cookies right now. You're like, oh, I don't want your cookies. I want Wonks cookies.
Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy.
So, Wonks, you got to invest in the KitchenAid. I mean, go for the 5 series.
Product branded.
I.
Flour?
What do you want, flour?
Yep.
Just dump it all in there?
Yep.
Okay. How helpful.
So helpful. What would I do without you?
You gotta go eat Wonks cookies now? Yeah.
Do they have icing or sprinkles?
What?
The sugar cookies.
sugar-
'Cause I'm quite fond of sprinkles.
I'm gonna guess they iced them, but what did you do, Wonks? Is
That's fair. Nobody's
do a trade on
upset.
Wednesday? I'll do a trade on Wednesday. Wonks, did you ice the sugar cookies or did you like do sprinkles and stuff on top of them? What'd you do to your sugar cookies? This is important. We are having a debate here. This is important. We need you to solve. We need an answer. We need an answer.
I mean, no one's ever upset about ice sugar, but
I almost bought icing and I realized we weren't making sugar cookies. I was like, I was walking through the store and I'm like, I need icing.
oh, but then we could use the ravioli bread.
I was like, but we're not making sugar cookies. We're making peanut butter and chocolate chip and oatmeal. So I was like, oh, okay.
Chocolate chips.
Nothing yet. You're gonna ice them tomorrow? Okay. Frosting and decorations. They'll do both.
Ooh, the best.
We'll do both. So we're putting the chocolate chips in and the chocolate chunks in. I have another measuring cup. I really like that one.
Yeah, I like
Let me start cleaning this out. Yo, I don't know why I'm going crazy cleaning this out. It's just flour. There's gonna be flour in the next one. Tell you don't know what game you want to play. You want to play Watch the Dinner Special. That's the game you want to play. Or Guild Wars, because we're kind of all obsessed with it right now.
That's fair.
Awesome knots. No more awesome knots.
Do I need to? Do I want to know?
It's obnoxious. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, but it's just you run around and shoot people. But it's a 2D. It's not like you're going around corners. Like you can see the whole map. You run around and shoot people. So you multitask. So do I. I usually have Severin on one window and a game in the other. I really multitask when I play CS:GO with Severin because I have his stream on one and I'm playing on the other. It's just the go back to FTB. Oh, you guys see the poll? Did anyone see the poll I put up on Twitter for what we should do for Minecraft Mondays after Severin gets burnt out on Guild Wars, which might take a month? Your options were full RPG Terra Firma Craft. We restart the Infinity Evolve server. I don't remember what else. I think there was like a vanilla mega build. You voted? Good. I don't remember what else I put in there. I'll have to go look at it. Good job, Dally. Infinity's the way to go. And we do the same thing again. We just start with a fresh map and say, okay, we're going to do expert mode again, which we hate. Because we hate ourselves. And that's why we play games. So these you just leave as balls, right? You don't
Yeah. You gonna roll some?
I'll roll some.
Awesome. I thought you were just gonna eat it, and I'm like, hey.
I'm gonna do that too. I'll probably do that too.
Or you're just smaller. Should I make them smaller?
I don't know. Should I make them bigger?
I don't know. No one's ever upset about, big cookies.
Okay, I'll make mine bigger. That guy.
That was like a giant mound.
My cookie. Okay, so somewhere between those is.
I mean, whatever makes you happy. I don't know that there's a wrong way.
What are we doing?
I don't think weights and measures is gonna come get us.
All right. As long as what you declare on the bag is what you put in there, you're fine.
Exactly. Assorted cookies.
It's 34-ounce bag, 34 pieces. You know, one's 32 ounces, and
One's
the rest are
non-existent.
yeah, the rest are crumbs. Good. This is way better than when I measure them out by hand. 200 meatballs by hand.
Oh, shit.
Pay $40 a month to play lag-free Minecraft. I bought a computer and put Minecraft on it. Does that count? All right. So this is probably about the same. Did you double batch this too?
No, I single batch.
Single batch this? Okay. So we're gonna have about the same thing. We're gonna have probably enough to make
Just
one more,
tray.
one extra tray. Which again, we'll just put aside while we make the oatmeal cookies.
Ta-da.
One more. All right. Yep, that's probably about enough to make one more tray. Assuming I don't put too much in there. There we go.
We're good.
This is a pretty good recipe. I think a little more salt, but I like salty chocolate chip cookies. I'm weird. Okay.
Put some more. We didn't actually measure the salt.
Okay.
Yeah, we just.
But I mean, like, no, like I make, like if I make, like I'll like double the salt. I'll be like, people will be like, these are too salty. I'll be like, no, they're perfect.
That's fair. Ooh. North has a really good chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
If you like salty chocolate chip cookies.
I do. 9 minutes again?
Yes.
Okay. No. Proud if I hold it down, it goes in 5 minutes. No, stop. No. 9. There we go.
All right.
I can count to 9. Who says I can't count to 9?
We might have hit that point. 9. No, we can.
I still have all my fingers.
Still have them all.
Surprisingly. All right. So the last batch is oatmeal, maybe kind of raisiny cookies.
Maybe.
All right. So
What are we
again,
gonna put the chocolate chip in?
we'll use the souffle. I usually get 7-layer dip in it.
Ooh.
Souffle pan normally has 7-layer dip in it. That's what it's usually used for. You don't make a whole lot of souffles, but I make a lot of 7-layer dip.
Well, that's a decent size too, rather than the big rectangle that's like shallow.
Yeah. When you make like way too much guacamole and you're like, it's like this guacamole layer is like the whole thing.
Yet delicious.
It smells good though. Oh man, this is what I expect cookie dough to smell like. That's everything I can add. Yummy. Okay. I have no chocolate chips in that bite.
Oh, that's upsetting.
I took a big bite and I got no chocolate chips. I feel cheated.
All right.
I'm very cheated.
Give more butter.
There's salted butter. Yeah, olive oil. I know, should be plenty there. It's gonna be a little hard. It's
That's
salted.
okay. We'll make it work.
What's up? While she's measuring stuff out, that's that where you can see it. Okay, come down a little more.
Haha, we do
Extra.
need the knife.
We do need the knife.
Yes, because we need 1 and 6 tablespoons.
1 and 6 tablespoons. Well, that's right there. So you're good. I'm just gonna store that over here. Pull these guys back. So you got some space there. Just for a moment. Not because I'm gonna eat cookies or anything.
You know, I'm watching you. Alright. So little. 1 and...
So who wants cookies? Who wants me to give away some cookies? Assuming I don't eat them all.
Don't eat them all.
I'm sure chat's gonna be blowing up with people like, I want cookies!
I see a lot of raw, a couple roars. Oh, there's an I want some.
Somebody asked me if I'd make creme brulee on stream. I was like, yeah, but I don't own a blowtorch.
Ooh, I have a blowtorch.
I just use it as an excuse to buy a blowtorch.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I was gonna say you can pick the size.
I was like, I want a new chef coat. Oh, I have this stream. I can justify buying a new chef coat now.
That's fair. Two eggs.
The things that we do to justify the things we want to do.
1 half cup of flour.
see off of it. I looked at the cinnamon I had and I was like, I should buy some fresh cinnamon.
That's fair. Alright, a teaspoon.
Yeah, I know I told you I didn't know how old it was, and I went and looked. I was like, yeah, I don't go through cinnamon too quickly, apparently.
That's fair. I feel like it's an all or nothing.
Yeah, either you use it all the time or you just don't.
And it goes in waves. Alright, half a teaspoon of salt. Haha.
Wherever you're going, go.
Oh, come back to the Legos.
All right. Should I just like
3 cups
throw
of
the butter in and
oats.
start creaming it?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Ha.
So creaming butter. Oh, who's here? Questo! Made it!
Friends.
Alright, so that's 1 butter. That's 2 butters. Okay.
That's 2 cups. And
Come over here to this one.
1
See me
cup.
over here.
Ooh, I just pulled a U.
You told me?
Yeah, I just got oats all over the table.
Sweet.
It will all fit.
I make a mess of this place every time I
I'll
cook.
make
Don't
it all fit.
break that in half. Okay. Okay. Mixer.
1 cup of raisins. Just say we're using the chocolatey, yogurty raisins, or do you want chocolate chips?
Let's do some chocolate.
That's what it is.
What's that?
Chunks or milk chocolate?
Milk with the oatmeal, I think. Oh, no. What kind of cookies are we making? We are right now making oatmeal cookies. We have chocolate chip cookies in the oven, and we made peanut butter cookies earlier. Peanut butter cookies I'll throw you over here on camera 3. Look pretty tasty. Put these over here. We have about 2 minutes left on the chocolate chip cookies in the oven. I've got the butter creaming. I need to knock that off here. It's just sticking to the center now. Break that up a little bit more. Try to spread some of that love around. Push it up to like a 3. Kind of 4. There we go. That's cold. That's going to take a little longer to cream.
Yeah, nothing okay.
So. And we're making oatmeal chocolate chip cookies because the raisins I bought are the wrong ones. Oh, that's my 1 minute grinder on my thing. I bought yogurt covered raisins. I thought they were regular. I wasn't paying attention. I was all excited. I was like, we're making oatmeal raisin cookies. No. Let's go make oatmeal cookies. Well, we got chocolate chips, so we'll do that instead.
It's kind of better.
That's what I always hope it is when I bite into an oatmeal cookie that I thought was chocolate chip. And I go, please tell me this is oatmeal chocolate chip.
No.
And I was like, oh, it's oatmeal
It's
raisin.
not because nobody likes raisin, but it's just you prefer chocolate.
It's getting there for cold butter. All right. Let's see. What do I got? All right. So that's the timer on the
Chocolate chip.
chocolate chips.
Woo! Woo!
That's gotta be mine when I make the giant cookies. And that's gotta be Jessica's that have all the perfectly proper sized cookies.
There's just cookies that you get to have 2 of, and cookies that you get to have 1.
All right. So I'm gonna let those cool for a minute. They look a little
Anemic?
light in color. Should we give them another minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, it said 9 to 11, so we have a
Okay.
grace period.
All right. I only did 9. We'll give them 2 more minutes. So 2 more minutes here on the chocolate chips. what's going on in chat? Those bad boys back in the oven. 9 to 11, Illuminati. Yes, Illuminati confirmed. That would be 9 to 11. We're gonna go back to 11 minutes. They were kind of light. Still 375 though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, Dolly, 7-Eleven is the store across the street from me where I buy Monster in the morning. All right, so how's the butter looking? You gonna add stuff to it? It's still a little cold.
Still a little cold.
All right.
I just put in some sugar because it wasn't sticking to the side.
All right. So we're creaming the butter to help warm it up. If you could even hear me over the mixer, I have no idea. We're creaming the butter to help warm it up and to aerate it a little bit. Jessica's throwing a little bit of sugar in to help with getting it to stick a little bit more because it keeps clumping back up into the center. I don't have a mixer cam. I don't have 4 cameras. And we saw what happened when I put 3 up. It went kabooey. So, let's see. Monster. Monster is good for you, Dolly. You get the Monster low carb, or in Severin's case, the Monster Java. I don't know what a black hole of butter. It's not a black hole, it's a mixer. If it was a black hole, we wouldn't get the butter back.
It wouldn't make nearly as much noise.
It's true, a black hole would have to be in space and it would be silent and you'd be able to hear me. You demand 17 cameras. Well, more donations means more cameras. Just saying, not soliciting donations, just saying more donations means more cameras. Maybe.
Maybe. Potentially.
Or it means more ingredients. You want POV cameras? That's actually more likely to happen if I could figure out how to get my GoPro to talk to my Wi-Fi. That's possible. Crotch cam. Dude, I've seen what crotch cam looks like. You don't want to go there. Oh, that looks a lot better now. There you go. You know how I know it's cooked enough? The cam finally worked. There we go. Launch. Elliot needs a POV camera. I would give Elliot a POV camera if he would wear it.
I would sign him to watch Elliot just in his life. Natural habitat, daily activities.
So an Elliot cam is a possibility, I guess. I want a cat GoPro. We could do cat GoPro. I own a GoPro. I need to get the cat harness for it, though. I need to get the cat harness, and then we can put Elliot on the GoPro. I think I can do it over Wi-Fi back to the computer, and you could see it. It'd be kind of choppy. It doesn't do as live as it does recording over the Wi-Fi, but it does work. I just need to know where he is. Tribal donated $2.
Sellout mode. Cap on.
Sellout mode engaged. Alright, there's a donation. I guess I'll get another camera. Duct tape and GoPro? No, dude, I can't duct tape the cat. No, GoPro makes, or someone makes, like a harness for dogs and cats to wear their GoPro. And it like puts it like right on their chest, so like when they're looking up and around, but like when they're laying down, all you see is like the bottom of their chin. So can you get cookies? Rose, I'm gonna probably give away some cookies at the end. There's a good chance of that. How's the butter coming? We got butter, we got eggs,
We got sugar.
the sugar's in there. She's just doing all this stuff behind me, and I'm like here talking to you guys.
Sorry.
Just get a cam on Boxing Day. could. I mean, I picked up the stove cam as a refurb, so I might do that too. Because I was worried the stove cam was gonna like melt or something. I had no idea what to expect. I mean, if I'm making soup, it's getting hit with steam.
That's
You know.
fair. Is it gonna fall?
Yeah, and I was like, so I bought it as a refurbished because I was like, well, shit, if I break a, $20 refurbished camera, whatever, I broke a $20 camera. It was a lesson learned in don't do this.
Yeah.
But all right, Quisto, hurry back. The day after Christmas, everything's on sale. Yeah. Yeah, I know what Boxing Day is, Dolly. We don't call it that here. But I know what it is. But I never would have guessed you're Canadian because you never said A the entire time we played Counter-Strike. And I know that's just a bad stereotype. Yeah, we just call it the day after Christmas sale, Dolly. Yeah, it's just the day after Christmas for us. It's just... Hey, you American. Yeah. Well, that's because we had the Fonz. And the Fonz taught us all to say, hey. Oh, I'm kind of old now that I've mentioned Happy Days. I'm officially old. What? Severn. He's like, we don't have Boxing Day because we have guns. I'm like, what? It doesn't even make sense.
Yet it works.
Yet it works because we're Americans.
What we say works. Flour.
Flour.
Flour, cinnamon, salt, baking soda.
That's all the stuff you put in here.
Correct.
Okay. Alright. That bowl's done. That bowl's done. This is next. I'm guessing that's next. So I got the right ones. Even though it took you like 4 hours to get back to me when I asked you what kind of oats to get.
Sorry.
They're like, get the old fashioned. I'm like, well, I'm glad I got the old fashioned.
As long as I should be.
I'm like, oh, she was active 5 minutes ago.
And then I wasn't.
I should have realized that made you're not going to be active for 4 hours.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh,
Blade's here. Hey, Blade.
hello.
Don't be stealing, people. I do not condone stealing.
Borrowing?
Borrowing's okay. Don't steal. You can borrow. Don't steal. So when is fudge making stream? That's a good question. I was thinking maybe Thursday, and then I realized Thursday is Star Wars, so screw you guys, I'm going to Star Wars. And next Sunday is going to be bread bowl, beer cheese soup, or bread bowl chili, whichever one we decide we want to make.
I like beer cheese soup.
I'm thinking beer cheese soup. That's what I originally wanted to do. That's why I need the quick bread recipe, so I can make bread bowls.
Got it.
Either that, or I'm just going to go buy the pre-made pizza dough at the store.
Ooh, that does make really good bread bowls.
And then just make bread bowls out of it. And I only need 2 of them for the stream, so one thing should be able to do that.
That might be more realistic.
Yep. One is fudge packing stream whenever you get over here, Severn.
Chocolate.
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 Yeah, I have considered moving the stove cam to the mixer cam, but it didn't work. It would have to be like right here.
Then it'd be awkwardly too close. And you could
Yeah.
put the mixer there. Oh no, there's not.
I could have put the mixer on the outside and gone this way with it. Whatever. Okay, these are firmed up nice. I like that. Dude, I'm so glad I bought milk.
Milk?
Bought tons of milk. I don't know if we need milk to make cookies.
That's fair. Sometimes yes. Today no.
I was like, do we need milk for cookies? I don't know. Might be stacking too high at this point.
That's
back over here because. Oh, you know what? Fish plate. Oh, you don't know the story of the fish plate.
I don't know the story of the fish plate.
Everybody, like my regulars, are gonna hear this for like the 4th time.
Enlighten me.
So when I first got out of college, you met me when I was working at American.
Yes.
That was my first job out of college. So my parents, when I got my first apartment that I could afford without help from anything, my parents were like, "Oh, you need plates for your apartment," and they had found these at like a yard sale or Habitat for Humanity or Goodwill or something like some secondhand, something along those lines. They found these 2 fish plates, and they gave them to me as housewarming gifts.
That's great.
I was like, "Really? You're giving me?"
Fish plates.
It's like, well, you work with fish. I'm like, okay, I do work with fish, so that makes sense.
Adorable.
But now I have them, and I don't work with fish anymore. So now they just show up
Plates.
all the time as serving plates.
That's good. And they have a good story, so.
Yeah, they have a good story behind them. So these were a housewarming gift from my parents while I worked with fish.
All the fish.
So that's chocolate chip cookies on a fish plate. The fish plate shows up every week. At least one fish plate shows up every week on stream.
Ooh, and you get 2 this week.
I have 2 this week. So that's chocolate chip. And I'm gonna put the peanut butters on here. So because Severin asked, we've got 1/2 of the peanut butters with no fork marks,
Which came out better.
which we think came out a little better anyway. Then 1/2 with fork marks, but these have the little birdie edges, which sometimes are fun too. So for those inquiring minds,
Ooh, beer's about to fall.
beer's almost empty anyway. For those inquiring minds, this is what it looks like if you put the fork marks in. This is what happens if you don't. So that's all a preference question there. Do you like it with the nice cracked ridges and everything? Or do you like it with the fork marks in it, traditional? The fork mark ones tend to spread a little more because you push them down a little more. I kind of like these. I like both. I'll eat both. That's not really an issue. Let's see. What else we got? Dolly. Who timed out Dolly? I must have been Severin. He's the only other. Well, must have been Severin. The fish story again? Yes. I'm sorry. Jess hadn't heard the fish story.
I haven't heard the fish story.
You guys will probably stop hearing the fish story soon.
Will we?
Probably not. I'll probably still tell it every week. See what's going on. Independence Day 2.
Maybe
Oh,
if I
dude,
find-
I saw the trailer for Independence Day 2 today.
I was gonna say, maybe if I find a pig plate, it'll turn into a pig story instead of
If you give me a pig plate, I'll have to tell the story of the pig. It'll change. I also have these stupidly plain square plates, which is what those are going to go on. This is a plain square plate. I bought this at Pier 1. That's the whole story. Would you rather hear that story?
Did you have a coupon? Because you should always have a coupon.
I didn't even have a coupon.
Ooh.
I didn't even have a coupon. That's how boring that
That's
story
sorry.
is. I went to Pier 1 and I bought 2 square plates. They're not even square, they're rectangular.
See, now people will be happy to hear the fish story over and over.
Like, see, does that make you happy? That story's much more boring. Best stream yet because the 2 fish plates. That's both fish plates. I only have the 2, Dolly. That's it. So it all tastes the same on the way down. It does. It's just about the presentation and whether or not I steal a cookie.
Hey! Ooh. I'm coming back with cookie. It's okay, I still have cookie dough.
Yeah.
I'm really excited that they have chocolate chips in them, because...
10-10 story. Okay. Did you just hear Independence Day 2? Yes, Grizounds, I saw the trailer for Independence Day 2. I'm more hyped about that than I am about Star Wars now.
What?
Seriously. Independence Day was one of
That's
my...
fair. We've been excited about Star Wars for months now.
They slipped the trailer out. Fox didn't tell anybody the trailer was coming out. It showed up during football today. During one of the halftimes, during the game of the week. They were like people were just like, oh my god, that's the trailer for Independence Day, and it wasn't anywhere before that. They kept it quiet.
Which is a skill in itself.
Which in this day in media and everything else is amazing. And they just like slipped it out there, and I watched it and I was like, that's amazing. I want to see that.
That's fair.
I should ask about the egg drop soup story? Okay. Iron Woman, ew, it's Chef Tom. Yeah, well, ew, it's Iron Woman. I'm eating cookies. What are you doing? I have milk. Why am I not having milk and cookies?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm leaving you to do all the work over here.
You know, if you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Well, I wanted cookies made, and you're here making them for me, so I didn't do it myself.
That's fair. We see who won. I did, clearly.
Alright. Same thing? Like 9 to 11?
Same thing.
These are easy. Alright, 9 to 11 minutes. Timer. I'll just leave it at 10. Okay. So we've got 10 minutes. I'm not going to clean the bowl this time because this is the last batch. And I need a bowl to leave it in, so I might as well leave it in that one. So we made peanut butter first. We made chocolate chip. We've got oatmeal in the oven. Oatmeal chocolate chip in the oven. Let's see. I'm sure that I've walked off camera more than I've been in it lately. Let's see. What's going on in chat?
I don't know,
Beer and
these
cookies
are
works
really
just
good.
fine. Actually, beer and cookies, funny story there. I have stories for everything because I have to. My friend Jesse and I came up with this concept, not you, my other friend
That's
Jesse.
I usually assume.
Because I don't call you Jesse.
Mhm.
So I know other people do, but I don't call you Jesse. My friend Jesse and I, years ago when we lived in apartments across the hall from one another, we came up with this idea. Could you have a beer and cookie combination that was good? And we figured out whatever peanut butter cookies we had bought, they were just like store-bought peanut butter cookies, went really well with Sam Adams Lager. So we're like, okay, you can do this. And so the question started to become, what beer can we have with this cookie?
Yeah.
Instead of milk and cookies, we're having beer and cookies. And I was like, yeah, but I like milk and cookies, so. I want to try one of these peanut butters now that they've cooled off a little bit. Still some
They're pretty good.
Still pretty soft though. I was afraid that they like would get really hard and crispy,
Yeah.
but they didn't.
No, but they still kind of have that crunch to them.
They do have some crunch to
pretty
them,
good.
which is nice. All right. What? Who's my secret lover? I want to have a secret lover. I want to have any sort of lover. I have a cat. Have you not realized I'm basically a crazy cat lady? Let's see, who else is in? Yes, well, they do look amazing. They are amazing.
They're pretty good.
These are amazing cookies. It's so easy to follow recipes.
It really is. It really is. Although, you know, sometimes it can let you down. The rudest thing someone can do is post a bad recipe.
Oh, God. I run into that at work all the time. People are like, can you make this into a meatball? No, that would taste horrible. But I found it on Pinterest, or I found it on...
Pinterest is the bane of my existence.
I'm like, or I found it on, Epicurious. And I'm like, send me the link.
In my crafting life, I love Pinterest. In my work life, I'm like, no, I can't do cookies filled with sprinkles. But if you cut it open, the sprinkles will fall out. That's great. If you bake it, the sprinkles will bake in.
Yeah. Can you fill a meatball with cheese? Yes.
Will we? No.
Can you fill a meatball with sauce? No. There are limits to what I can do. Cookie meatballs. No, that's just the stuff.
That's just a cookie ball.
That's just cookie dough balls. I need another beer. You need another beer? You're good.
Yes, please.
Stay loud.
I'm assuming since your cans in the trash, we're not recycling.
I have single source pickup here.
Oh, okay.
So the company that picks up our trash does the recycling too.
That's fair.
I was like, should we separate it? The only thing we have to separate is cardboard. Cardboard goes in another dumpster.
Oh, well, that's nice of them to make it easy.
Yeah. What do you have, a gray lady?
Yes, please. Or
Alright.
anything.
I do like the gray lady. The gray lady's a good beer.
Yeah, it's working. It's very nice. Ta-da. Thank you.
Wind's tail. There's another good one from Cisco. Alright, so we got like 6 minutes left over there. Let's see if I can. Aha, that's why that's wrong. Well, I don't think I can fix that then.
I don't know.
Alright. So we've made cookies. Normally this would be where I do the whole recap of all the steps that were involved, but it was pretty much the same steps for everything. It was cream the butter,
Cream the butter.
which helps if it's softened. I left the original pack out, but we went into more butter in, which was
We doubled the peanut butter.
we did double the peanut butter batch because it looked like a pretty small batch. So we doubled the peanut butter up. Let's see. So it was cream the butter, add sugar,
Add sugar.
add eggs,
Add eggs. Vanilla if there was vanilla.
vanilla if there's vanilla. Mix that up. Then add the dries, the flour, the baking soda, baking powder. Then add anything extra, so the oatmeal, the chips, the whatever else at the
Yep.
end. Okay,
Peanut butter, you add the peanut butter with the butter.
add the peanut butter with the butter. Okay, so that was at the beginning.
That was
Okay,
at the beginning.
all right. So we did that. We didn't weigh them. We just made balls and stuck them on a tray and flattened them a little bit. We never flattened the chocolate, the peanut butter cookies. Not peanut butter, the chocolate chip.
Yeah, we didn't flatten
We didn't flatten the chocolate chip. They came out just fine. They're delicious. That's about where I need to put that. So they came out delicious. I would have put a little more salt, but that's a personal thing. That's my recipe would be like salt. So I just like salt.
That's fair. You know.
I'm surprised no one's put the salty icon up, the salty emote up in there yet.
No,
From me talking
good
about
time,
salt
now
so
they
much. And then we got the oatmeal in there, which we made with chocolate chips because I bought the wrong thing. This is kind of normal that I screw up something in the ingredient list, so whatever. It's simple. It's easy to bake cookies. We've been here, I don't even know how long because I took my Fitbit off, which is my watch today. It's 8:12, so a little hour and a half.
Hour and a half, 3 different types of cookies.
We did 3 cookies in an hour and a half. I mean,
I'm not particularly rushing.
yeah, we're not rushing. We're enjoying some beers. We're enjoying your company. There's the salt. There's the salt icon. There's the salt emote. There we go, guys. Okay, Iron, I'm sorry about the bot being just dumb. Rose, I don't know what you did to get. You guys just like went nuts with spamming the chat, apparently. Like I look over and I see all the crossouts. I'm like, what the hell did they do to get crossed out? I was like, oh, just too many lines too quickly. Okay. Let's see. We got like 3 minutes left of the oatmeal cookies. And then I'll probably call it a night from there. I mean, we've got some dough left over, which I may bake throughout the rest of the night as I'm doing other things. Or I might go to bed. Who knows? I might put some chocolate chips in with the peanut butter for the next batch. Or I might just put them on top when I...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. Just
That'd
make
be
them,
good. Just right
flatten
on
them out, and then
top.
just put a couple of on top, and they'll like melt into it. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Or I could put them in the middle.
Middle
and,
and
like,
wrap the ball
oh
around.
man, I'm having all sorts of crazy ideas now.
Crazy ideas.
Crazy ideas, but
Next time we're gonna get caramel for the chocolate chip.
the next time we do cookies, we'll do caramel. We'll probably do caramel. We'll do like a whole caramel night. We'll do like caramel cookies and something else and creme brulee because you caramelize the sugar. We'll like do like a whole caramel theme night one night. That sounds good.
I can get behind that.
That'll be a night. We'll do a caramel theme night. All right. So schedule coming up since I've got about 2 minutes to talk about this. Thursday I'm gonna go see Star Wars. So if I do anything, it will be really really fast because I'm going to like a 9 o'clock show. So if I get on at 6:30, I have to be done by 7:30, 8 o'clock at the absolute latest. Actually, that's a pretty normal stream. So maybe I will do something Thursday. I'll figure it out. I haven't decided on a recipe because originally I said I wasn't going to do it. Next Sunday, we're doing bread bowls and either beer cheese soup or chili. I'll have that figured out by Thursday because I have to buy ingredients. And Severn will be back next Sunday to do that with me. And then the following week, I will be in Wyoming, so there'll be probably no stream either Thursday or Sunday, because I'll be flying back Sunday, and I will probably be too tired to have no ingredients to do a stream on the 28th. And then we'll be back to the normal schedule. And I'm done with my Tuesday class this week, so we might go to Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday after that, after the new year. So I think that's all the housekeeping I have right now. You will? Well, you told me you wanted to be here. I assume you're going to be here.
Fun fact, you will.
Man, probably it's in the middle of it. Oh, wait. That is the middle of your 40 hour. Maybe I'll make food and bring it over to you. Who knows?
Travel.
I can travel. He lives in Barrington. It's
Oh,
10 minutes away.
it's practically there already.
It's 18 minutes door to door with traffic. It's not bad.
That's friendship right there.
Yeah.
Knowing the exact time.
The exact time. I mean, I put it in the GPS all the time because
Oh,
like,
it just tells you.
it's like,
Oh,
it'll take you
no.
18 minutes. Hey, cookies. All right. These look okay.
Yeah.
How's that? There's some oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. You know?
The bottom of your oven is definitely dark.
Oh, yeah. It's gas, so the heat comes from the bottom. So, you really want to screw with somebody? Make these. Because people are going to be like, oh man, chocolate chip cookies. So they're going to bite into it and they go, oh, it's oatmeal texture. It's going to be oatmeal raisin. They're going to be like, oh my god, it's oatmeal raisin. They're going to get chocolate. They're going to be like,
This
oh.
is the reason why I have trust issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and the chocolate glazed lemon filled donuts.
Yep.
Whose idea was
Why
that?
would you do that to someone?
So what troll came up with the lemon filled chocolate glazed donut? That's what I want to know.
You think it's chocolate glazed and it's
I'm
gonna be
like-
chocolate filling, maybe a cookies and cream.
I'm thinking Boston cream donut, a hunk of lemon. Ugh. Who puts lemon in a Boston cream donut? Who did this? Actually, I bet in one of those when I worked at American. I ran around the office and said, "Who did this?" And everyone was just like, "What?" I'm like, "Who put lemon filling in my Boston cream donut?" I make it a point when I get the dozen. I'm like, no, you do not put any lemon filled donuts in
No,
that box.
no lemon donuts.
No lemon donuts in that. I don't care if I need 6, old fashions to make my dozen. No lemon filled
Ooh,
donuts.
apple cider donuts.
Those are good.
Those are good.
Pumpkin spice donuts were good this year too.
They were. I really liked the pumpkin spice munchkins.
Mmm.
Poppable pumpkin.
I was like, wow. Yeah, I went to the Dunkin's here one day and I was like, can I just have like 25 pumpkin spice munchkins? Like, we can do that. Okay, don't say anything
Yeah,
else.
no
Just
buts,
do it.
no
That's what I want.
judgment needed. No judgment needed. I can be basic.
It's like I could be as basic as you want. I'm pumpkin donut, munchkin. You know anything else? Yeah, I want an extra large pumpkin spice coffee. You really like pumpkin, don't you? Love it. This is my favorite time of year. All the pumpkin. All right, so let's take a look at these guys. A little soft. I like it. Not too soft. Definitely the bottom one in the oven is a little bit warmer, but that's the nature of.
That's the oven.
That's the nature of the oven. Ooh, Boston cream. Tim Hortons does not make a bad donut, but Tim Hortons deli.
It's not easy to get to.
Well, not anymore. Tim Hortons leaves a bad taste in the mouth of Rhode Islanders because we had Best Eaten Donuts, which is a family-owned chain that made awesome. It was just awesome. They had this thing called the Tank, which was a half gallon of iced coffee with crushed ice in it.
Ooh.
It was amazing. And then Tim Hortons bought out Best Eaten and replaced all the Best Eatens with Tim Hortons, and that left a really sour taste in our mouths here because we're just like, you took away our Best Eaten.
That's fair.
A couple of the locations would still make tanks, but you couldn't order it as a tank. You had to order it as an extra large with crushed ice. They'd still make it for you,
Oh, okay.
but it was never the same after
No.
that because the coffee was different.
Have you been to Annie's Donuts yet?
Annie's?
Annie's. I've only
I've
been once.
I've been to Allie's
Allie's. Maybe it is
in
Allie's.
East Greenwich.
Yes.
They make
The
donut
little
cake.
shack. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
they make donut cake. It's amazing.
Someone brought some into work, and I was like, "Ooh, where is this? I need to go."
East Greenwich, man. My friend Zach lives like right around the corner from there, so when he would come into the office,
that's
he was like,
dangerous.
he would come into the office with like the donut cake, and he would just be like, "Yep, donut cake," and it'd be like, "Well, I'm fat today." So So there's our oatmeal. I might squish them next time, just make them a little
Yeah,
flatter.
because they
But
didn't really.
they
I
didn't
thought
really
they'd
spread
be
a
more
lot.
like the chocolate chip.
Yeah, I thought they'd spread more too, but
Yeah, we probably could have added that last little bit of that second stick.
Eh.
Then we'd have that spread.
Legend, you're starving. You want me to send you food? Well, I could send you food since I made cookies. That's possible. I mean, normally I wouldn't be able to send you food because I can't send like steak and stuff in the mail. That wouldn't go over well.
Cookies do.
All right, so we've got all our cookies here. We've got our 3 cookies. We've got our peanut butter, our chocolate chip, and in the middle here, our oatmeal chocolate chip, which I'm going to try one of these to make sure they're good. No? For an oatmeal cookie, I'm pretty happy with that. You move in with me? No. I have a cat. He doesn't like other people. I don't know where he went, but he doesn't like people. The spice-filled donut is amazing. Yeah? I could see a spice-filled donut being kind of good.
Yeah.
It would depend on the spice blend, but I could see that. Alright. So, to recap, we had some good cookies. I'm contemplating doing a giveaway, but I kind of want to eat all the cookies because I'm a fat kid. Plus, I really don't know how to box up cookies properly.
Yeah. Might take a while to get there too. Isn't there that like delay with
Oh
the
yeah, there's a
packages?
huge delay with packages at this point because it's so close to Christmas. I'll tell you what, guys. After the new year, I'll do another pastry dessert stream of some sort with something that I can pack up and mail out, and we'll do a giveaway then. We'll do a giveaway of stuff that we make on stream. It'll probably be cookies or I don't know what else can you make that you can mail. Kringle. I can make a Kringle. I haven't made Kringle in a long time. I haven't had a good Kringle in a long time. Ooh, I want a Kringle now. Damn it. Who said Kringle? Why did someone say Kringle? You said it was a giveaway on Twitter? Okay, it's a giveaway. I have to figure out how to do a giveaway with Nightbot. Hold on. I think I can do this. Antonius.
Ha! That's my best friend.
Antonius is your best friend?
He is.
Should I just send cookies with you then?
Potentially. Well, I mean, he lives in Norfolk, so
Oh.
when somebody lives there.
Alright, Antonius. That's the first time I've done a giveaway with Nightbot. You gotta tell me what kind of cookies you want. And I'm sure I can get your address from Jessica. Or I'll just give them to her and have her mail them. I don't know, whatever's easier for you. Or if you want to grab bag of all 3, that's cool too. Skip your roll? Okay, move your roll. Oh. Alright, we'll re-roll. You can make him some cookies later.
That's fair, mildly offended, but it'll be fine.
Let's try this again. I kind of like this giveaway system. Everyone just keeps punching in numbers till someone gets the right one.
Oh, that's funny.
This is taking a little longer. What the hell? What number did you pick, Nightbot?
Plus or minus, plus or minus.
I have no idea what number Nightbot picked. This is kind of fun. There we go. Who's the winner? Tribal! Tribal! I was going to give you cookies anyway, so congratulations. Tell me what kind of cookies you want. Send me a Twitch message with your address. I will get them out tomorrow.